We're watching it happen again in Alabama. A congressional map was challenged. A court found it discriminated against black voters. Alabama was ordered to fix it. Then the legal ground shifted, and a map once blocked as discriminatory was allowed back into use. Same state, same struggle, same voters, but a different court ruling, a different standard, a different result. That is how civil rights are weakened in America. Not always with fire hoses, not always with courtroom doors being slammed shut, not always with someone saying the quiet part out loud. Sometimes it happens through legal standards, through footnotes, through emergency orders, through rulings that say the right still exists while making it harder and harder to enforce. I'm Bill Britt, and this matters to me. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 changed America because it said segregation could no longer hide behind local custom, private business, or political convenience. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 said the right to vote could no longer be strangled by tricks, intimidation, or maps drawn to make some citizens count less than others. Those laws did not make America perfect, but they made America answerable. They gave the Constitution teeth. They turned citizenship from a promise into a protection. And that is the point. A right without enforcement is not really a right. It's a suggestion. A promise without a remedy is not justice. It's a decoration. For generations, Alabama was one of the places where the nation learned the lesson the hard way. Selma taught it. Montgomery taught it. Birmingham taught it. The Black Belt taught it. The law had to step in because power does not usually correct itself. Power protects itself. That is why the Civil Rights Act mattered. That is why the Voting Rights Act mattered. They were not gifts from government. They were safeguards against government. And now, piece by piece, courts are narrowing those safeguards. They say the law remains, but they weaken the tools. They say the doors are open, but they raise the threshold. They say discrimination is still forbidden, but they make it harder to prove, harder to stop, and harder to remedy before elections are held. And once an election is held under a bad map, the damage is already done. That is what makes Alabama so important. This is not history. This is not theory. This is not something buried in a textbook. It is happening now. The old fight was over whether black citizens had the right to vote. The new fight is over whether the vote can be diluted, divided, packed, or cracked until it matters less. Different method, same principle. If courts forget why these laws were written, they will preserve the shell and destroy the substance. They will leave the words standing while removing the power behind them. And when that happens, civil rights do not disappear all at once. They fade case by case, map by map, standard by standard, until the promise remains, but the protection is gone. America changed because of the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. It made democracy more real. Courts should remember that. So should we. Because rights must be more than words. Votes must be more than symbols. And equality must be more than something we praise after it's safely in the past. I'm Bill Britt, and this matters to me. Does it matter to you?